Welcome back to the channel. It is the 10 days of prayer and fasting, and that's the reason why I felt compelled to share a message on day 2, specifically because of the topic of the day, which says, Lord, teach us how to pray. This topic brings a few points which I'll mention. Firstly, it shows us that He who we are asking from, that He teaches us to pray, understands prayer. For example, if someone is to teach you how to bake a cake, the person understands the ingredients that are supposed to go into the cake. He or she understands how the cake temperatures are supposed to be regulated for you to get a good cake. He also understands that if you put too much of this and too much of that, you will end up ruining that particular cake. Same applies to God. The fact that we're asking of Him to teach us how to pray means that He understands exactly how we are to pray. This is because these prayers were invented by Him, for Him, to Him. To Him, as in we pray to Him. So He receives, imagine how many people are praying all over the world and how many of those prayers are actually answered. So when we're coming to the Lord and saying, Lord, teach us how to pray, we are saying, Lord, instead of us murmuring and speaking a lot of words, teach us the right words to pray. Teach us the right attitude in prayer. Teach us the right spirit in prayer. And that, my friends, will lead us to a point where the one who wants us to pray, the one who receives prayers, knows exactly what we are supposed to say, and he will answer these prayers. Companies want certain type of CVs. If you send a different type of CV to a company from the one that they want, you are not going to be called up for an interview or even get the job. Same applies to God. People who repeat words, maybe He doesn't want that. People who shout when maybe that's not how He wants us to pray. People who speak softly, maybe that is not how He wants us to pray. Today we are asking God to teach us how to pray. I'm glad that this is coming to us on day 2 because we still have 8 more days to pray. Imagine if we don't know how to pray and we continue praying for 8 days and nothing happens. That is not what we are looking for on these 10 days of prayer. The last and the second point which I want us to understand is that God answers the right kind of prayer, the right kind of attitude, the right kind of words that we could place to Him. And that's the reason why He is saying, you ask and you don't get because you ask wrongly. It means we have the wrong things that you can ask for. And it doesn't mean that God doesn't hear your prayers, but He's like, I heard your prayer, but you didn't ask the right things at the right time. So, Lord, teach us how to pray. This basically is our prayers today. For those of you that are new to the channel, kindly subscribe to help this ministry grow. For those of you that are coming again to the channel, thank you so much for coming back. We are going to post day 3 on the day on the fasting and praying on this January session. Thank you so much for watching. See you tomorrow on day 3.